Hello everyone, my name is Jerry and today I'm going to build more Batman stuff. Right, stop the video there for a second. I just wanted to let everyone know before I continue on with this that this video is kind of split into two. I filmed half of it in July, then I went off to the hospital and had an operation, and then when I came back some of the stuff arrived and I filmed the other half. There's also a video in between that I managed to get done, so the video is going to seem a bit off, so I just wanted to let you know about that if you're wondering. So let's continue on with the video and enjoy.
And now our feature presentation.
Right, so first of all I wanted to let you know that I won't have time to finish it before Dublin Comic Con. Definitely not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, continue on with it. For now, I'll get it done when I get it done, and I'll do a proper suit-up video then when I get it done, and I'll try and bring it to. I'll definitely have it for next March's one, or I can maybe just, if I get it done before November, I can go to one in England or something like that, go to a con in England and show it off. Like, it'll also give me more time to concentrate on the little minute details, like, because I have chain mail and scale mail coming from America, a couple of packs of that. Even if that arrived in time, I wouldn't have enough time to put it onto it. So what I did was to minus the amount of time that I'm doing this, like, I bought a chest pattern off the internet. Normally I'd make it myself. Normally I would measure my chest up. I don't have a torso, what you call it, a body foam thing. I don't have one of them, but this way I bought a pattern off Etsy. Only a couple of quid, €6, and it's actually quite good. Let me see if I can show it you. You can see that on there maybe. It's from a fellow called Mellow Mind. I'll put the link in the description when I get a chance. Really reasonable. It looks like it's only 6 or 7 pieces. I have it all cut out and glued onto cardboard. So let's get going. It says to use 8mm. I don't have 8mm. I have 10mm and I have 5mm. So I'm going to use what I have, and I printed it out just at the maximum amount that lad had it. If it doesn't fit me, I'm going to leave the sides out of it. So if it doesn't fit me, I can just put like fake straps in and I'll have it strapped out like a bit of medieval armour, like, anyway. And then I have the front part. I'm going to put the front part as like the Batman symbol is going to go on the front part of it. You'll see when I get there anyway. But your man has very, very good descriptions on it. Like, he has like a printed out instruction manual, and it shows you what to do first, and there's 2 different versions on it, one with a neck collar piece, but I'm going to leave the collar piece off because of the way I've done the shoulder pieces. There's no harm in buying someone else's pattern, especially if they put in this much detail and effort into it like this fella has. If you don't have the right size foam, like I don't be afraid to use something similar. Don't be afraid to use up or down. I was going to use either 5 or 10, but I figured 10. I have 10, so why not? I mean, I have a load of 5, like a lot of 5, and I'm only just rough cutting it. I don't really need to. I'm hoping now that I can fit all these bloody bits on it. So I only have this one bit at 10mm, and look at the size of the chunk of foam I'm working with. That's only one bit of it. It's nowhere near finished. And we have 2 these, so to get all these in as well. Oh god, I'm gonna be able to fit these in. No, we'll do it. We'll fit them. We'll fit them. We'll have to fit them. I can order another roll. It'll be here to me in 2 days. So if I don't fit them on, I'll order another bit. I'm not really doing this. I have it this way. I want it this way. I'm gonna make it this way. I don't want to be trying to make things more complicated than they already are. Which is a pain in the poxy hole. Right, I'm back again. Just to interrupt the video one more time. A lot of my overhead camera footage corrupted. The setup that I was using, you know, trying to transfer the computer, wasn't working. Terrible idea. I've now bought a new camera. Hopefully that'll fix the problem anyway. They won't get corrupted footage again. So what you're missing is me gluing the front chest piece together. That's really it. I had cut out the pieces and then I glued them together. So what you're going to get from now on is me starting on the back piece after the next set of foam arrived. Hopefully that'll explain a lot, and hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. Good luck! Right, so the other foam arrived. It's black, not white. Decided to get the cheaper, less porous foam for the back. Now, who's going to see the back? There's not going to be much detail on it. I've drawn her out on the foam already, the patterns. So I'm going to cut them out, glue them together, and let's see how we get on. Right, so what I did was, you can kind of see it here, I used a white marker. Let me see if I can show you the pattern. Which one am I doing now? So I have it, just put it down, marked around it. But when you're cutting them out, you need to cut, because the marker is like what, a couple of millimeters thick, you need to cut on the inside, because if I cut on the outside like this, then it's going to be bigger than it should be. So you should always cut out on the inside of the line to get it exactly the same size as the pattern. We have a new blade in this as well, because the other one was starting to show its age a bit. I'm starting to grab and cut the foam. That's one cut. This is finished. I'll have to take the camera out and do a bit of a wider shot, because it's just not going to fit my setup at the moment. And you'll get to see the rest of the nerd room. The man cave. As far as I remember, it's the middle bits first, these bits. And then it would be that bit. Yeah, that'd be right. I should be wearing a mask, but I'm not. I can take, as I said before, do as I say, don't do as I do. I probably should have heat formed some of this, but it seems like that this foam is a bit softer, and because the pieces are so long, I don't really think you need to. It's amazing the difference between this foam and the CF100. Like, it's not bad foam by any stretch of the imagination. It's just different. So I'm so used to buying the other stuff, these more expensive stuff. But I mean, I figured I don't need it to be too expensive if it's just going on the back kind of thing. Get in there, you dirty swine, and stick. Don't be annoying me. So this bit would be going around the back of it. It's telling me to glue these bits onto the other sides, but I've had, like, if you glue both of them on, it's hard to get on. Like, you're meant to put them on like a jumper, right? But if you glue both of them on, both of the sides together, it's just too hard to get on. You have to put both your arms in, and it's too hard unless it's really wide. Like, I'm going to glue the shoulder parts on and one of the sides on, and then I'm just going to tape the other one shut and try it on. And so, since foam is like so kind of porous and tough, it doesn't let any sweat out. So another thing to think about if you're wearing, like, you know, a heavy costume, not even heavy, they're awfully light, wearing a costume that's full on rather than has bits in it, you're not giving yourself enough kind of space to breathe, so to speak. Like, when I got the Mandalorian thing off and I came home, the Mandalorian, or from the last Comic Con wearing the Mandalorian thing, I was in a jock, dripping with sweat. Worth it, because, you know, deadly costume, got loads of pictures. but just be aware of that. While that's drying, I'll show you. I designed a Batman symbol for the front of the chest piece. It's for, obviously, well, he needs a Batman symbol, doesn't he? So I'm going to cut it into two pieces, and then the middle one I'm going to cut at a slight angle and then glue them together so it's at a pointed angle, and then that'll go over the chest piece. Right, let's see where we are. You're going to have to look at this on the normal camera, not the overhead one. You know what, it's actually coming. This part is pretty deadly. I'll give your man his props, whoever he is, or wherever they are. I don't know whether they're them or what. I just know it's somebody off of Etsy. Whoever they are brilliant. I'm going to readjust the camera there, and I'm going to do a shot with me wearing it. So see what I mean by, if I had the both of these glued together, ain't no way I'm getting that on. But you have one on, and what do you know? It doesn't fit. That's because I'm fat. So it's not a big deal. Head part's fine, this part's fine. So what I need to do then is, so because it doesn't fit, the best thing to do is add a strip. Just cut out a strip for each side, put it on down the middle. That's only because of me big Ned Kelly. If I didn't have that Ned Kelly, it'd actually fit perfect. So it's either that or cut both sides completely open and then just leave a gap as if it's armour that's been classed over, and then put like straps on, like leather straps or something. Buy a cheap belt, and then you can just like put, like, say, one part of the belt over here and the other part over the other side, and then I can just use the middle bit of the belt to just, and then just to kind of design the middle bit. I think I might do that. See if I can fit this onto this last bit of white foam. Yeah, there we go. I have a big enough project coming up. Can't say when it's going to happen because I don't know yet myself, but it's fairly big enough. Like it'll probably help the channel grow a good bit, and I'm really excited about it. But so as soon as I know more, I'll let you know, and it should be a good one. It should be a good one. Pro tip of the week: when you're getting rid of your blades, you can't just throw them in the rubbish bin, like, and you can't just go, right, there, that's gone. So what I suggest, if you are doing this, just to be safe, this is what I do with blades in a jar here. When they're, sharpen them as much as you can. Don't throw them out as soon as you use them, that's a waste. But sharpen them as much as you can, and when they can't be sharpened anymore, you need to throw them out. But don't just throw them in the normal rubbish. They could cut through a bag and hurt someone, and it's no fun, I'm sure. So throw them into a jar. When your jar is full, that's nearly done. You can see that. Maybe on the overhead you can see it better. When the jar is nearly full, tape up the top of it. If I put something stronger over the top, like maybe a bit of cardboard or something like that, and then tape over that, and then you can throw that out. And that way, no one's going to get hurt. And then I'm just going to, for now, I'm just going to glue these two bits together. Jeez, that's awful ways. Oh my god, that's not right. I mean, the edges are pretty much okay, it's just the middle. And then, if you can see it on the camera, there's no way I'm going to put that on the overhead. It will basically go there. And then I'll just stretch it out a bit. And that'll be my Batman symbol for it. I got this stuff. Oh no, they don't stick. First thing I'm doing is sticking. No. Okay, there we go. It's foam scale mail. It's gonna go on the front of the armour just to add a bit of like detail, I suppose. That's it. The sheet of it is there, right? So what you basically do is prop it up, right?
get all the little bits out of it. One thing good about this is you ain't gonna run out of rivets anytime soon. Take the strips out. No, that one broke! Doesn't matter, I'll make it work. And I am using just this random pokey majigger. You poke out these little holes, they come out easy enough. It's all laser cut kit, like so. The pieces are all laser cut, so when you order them, they cut them for you and send them out like. Simple as. Easy enough to get these little bits out. And the way you do it is, like I'm going to do the majority of this off camera because it takes ages. You just slap on some film on Netflix and just sit there and have at it. Like therapeutic, it's like knitting almost. So I'll show you on the overhead camera here. So there's a hole here and you're placing these ones flat down on the inside of it and you're just pinching this one, pushing it through. Same with the next one, go along the line, pinch, push, pinch and push. I haven't had one break on me yet, so that's a new one. I think it's just being a bit too aggressive with it. Damn you foam! Dare you be flexible. Weak. Now it'll curve up a bit. Because you're putting them in concentric rings, it's going to curve eventually. But you heat them up with a heat gun, put something flat on it, even your hands, and they'll stay flat. And here's one I made earlier. Why does it say that? So this is, so you get 10 sheets in a pack. This is a full 5 sheets, right? And as you can see with the back of it, flattened it out, heat gunned it up, flattened it out. And I'm going to place this over here, and it's going to go on just this bit, right? So I need to put, before I put it on, I need to put a barrier. I'm just going to put a few strips along here, and I might put a strip down the middle here, and then just put it all in here. So I'm just going to put glue on this bit, glue on the back of this, and then when I put it down, I can cut out the excess. And I won't throw away the excess. You can always use the excess for other trims and bits somewhere else, no problem. So I think what I need to do next is give myself a bit of room because I need to cut some strips. There's a few bits and bobs. I'm gonna round this edge off first because that's a wonky bit. And I'm gonna cut out a load of 1 centimeter strips. Again, I'm going to use my mat. Why not? It's there. So 10 mil, 1 centimeter. There's a new blade as well, and I'm so afraid that I'm going to chop a lump out my finger. I did it before and work with a little blade. Someone was talking to me, and I sort of went, "What?" And as I was running the blade across, I chopped the top of my finger off. So that wasn't fun. And I could put like half round dowels to add a bit more dimension maybe, but I think these strips around the edges will do. So what I'm going to try and do is, let's see if you can see that on the camera. I'll do my best. I'm going to overlap it. Try and push it in as best I can. Wrap it around, conform to the lines, and then when it gets over to the middle, I'm going to chop it at an angle. Oh god, that one was awful. What were you thinking, Jerry? This can be sanded down as well a bit, so I'm not overly worried about the details. Tack it down just a tiny bit, and then when it's down, push it in as hard as you can, and then stick the rest of it to your arm, because that's the way you do it. I really need a bigger workspace. I have a bigger prop planned to come up soon, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with such limited workspace. But sure, look, we'll give it a go. Again, this is the CF100. It's CF100 2mm. The plan is to put glue on every single part of this, right? and then put glue only in here. So when I glue it down, I can run the knife along and cut out the excess. That's the plan anyway. Guarantee I'm going to have gaps, but we'll give it a go. It has almost the consistency of honey. Just don't try and put this on your toast. It will kill you. Already not getting it right. I'm using every single bit of this scale now on this project. I thought I would have more, but I don't. Now, I've already realised the flaw to my plan. I don't know where this stuff is to cut. I'm a genius, didn't I tell you I'm a genius? This is harder than it looks. I'm just gonna have to go for it. You can see that on the camera, there's bits of it that are not stuck down and here that, so I'm going to just I'm just going to glue bits down, and then I have the excess ones that I might just shove in here just to kind of overlap it. I don't fancy gluing all these bits down, but that feels kind of cool. I'm only gluing kind of these outside bits on because they're a bit flimsy. They're not gonna stick. Oh, excuse me. They're not gonna stick in, and they might fall off eventually. Don't need to glue lines and lines of them on. Right, so I glued on the other side. I showed you there on this camera because the overhead camera's not really picking it up very well. But I don't like the middle bit. I think what I should have done was glued these on first and then put the edge of it on so I could cover it up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out another bit of foam, a little bit, so they were 10mm, so maybe I'll cut these out at like 12 or 13mm or something like that, and just cover over those bits so the little jagged bits at the edge aren't done. And then I'm going to put on about 1,000,000 rivets because, you know, I have them, so why not? Put on it section by section. It's probably not coming up on the overhead camera because it's slipping off, but what I'm trying to do is just section by section, small bits, because the last time I tried to glue the whole thing on like a fool, and that's why it didn't stick very well. I think really after the rivets it's done. I mean, I was planning on putting something up on kind of the neck piece here, but I don't know what to put up there. Just, you know, I'm kind of thinking to myself, will I even bother? Or will I just put a little design on it? Just don't know at this stage. Right, actually that's coming along fine. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on the millions of rivets. I have loads of rivets here. I'm going to glue on as many as I can. I'm going to do that off camera because it's going to take a few hours, like. And then after that I'll film the plaster dipping because my friend Danny wanted to see how that was done. And then after the plaster dipping, I'm probably not going to weather it straight away because of the problems I had with weathering the other stuff. I weathered it apart and they don't look right. I'm going to wait till it's all done and then weather the whole lot together. So it's just rivets and paint really, and then the video will be done. And then when I have all the bits together, when I have it all ready, and like I need to do shin guards and leg pads, and I'm gonna make a little quick video on a belt and a few things like that. I'm gonna weather them all together in one video, so you'll see all the finished props and then I'm gonna weather them. And then maybe after I weather them at the end of that video, I'll do a suit up video. Maybe try and do a montage of, like, you know, suiting up like Commando or something. But we'll see, we'll see. Now, this is how I plaster dip. It's in my garage. It's a crap setup. I can't hire up my camera for some strange reason. The tripod's banjaxed, so I'm bending over now to be on camera. But I have this stuff I got from Polyprops. It's grey sealer. And I'm just going to show you what I do. I'm going to seal the whole thing, 1 or 2 coats maybe. Normally I'd put this stuff in a bit of warm water for a while to let the paint kind of loosen up a bit. But it's absolutely epoxy roasting out and I don't need to do it. Right, let's get the show on the road. Okay, I fixed the stupid bleed on the tripod. Basically what you're doing is short bursts. You don't want to like keep your finger on it because you'll just spray way too much. That's what stinks out the fucking mess, Jesus. And then do 2, maybe 3 coats, probably only do 2 on this. And then when it's dry, silver. One coat down, I'll spray it again, another coat. The back, because it's a different type of foam, isn't sitting very well. But again, I'm not overly worried about the back because it's going to be covered by the cape. I'll do another coat when this dries. Usually give it 15-20 minutes, you can do another coat. And then let it dry for a few hours and then do your silver. So the next time you see it, it'll be silver spray painted. And I'll hand paint some of the gold and the blue then. And see how we get on. Right, so, let me show you. 2 coats plaster dip, then I spray painted it black, and then silver. Because it's the plaster dip I used was like grey. And grey isn't great for silver. It probably would have worked, but black and then silver is much better. So 2 coats of the plaster dip, 1 normal black spray paint, 2 silver. The back of it, because I used different foam, the back didn't turn out perfect. You can see it a little bit, but that's not really going to matter because, as I said before, it's going to be covered by a cape. Actually turned out quite good, like, considering I filmed the first part of it about a month ago and then stepped away from it because I didn't have enough stuff. But turned out quite good. I'm happy with it. I'm not sure you can hear that, but that's my young fella on the baby monitor. Right now we're saying I'm in Daddy's house. Right, there we are, finished. I think it turned out great. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few things that I need to do. I need to weather it for starters, right? It's too shiny, too clean. Don't like that. I'm loving the blue bat symbol. A little bit of gold up here. That one looks like something out of a Thor film. And I didn't clasp the, if I can bleed and grab the side of it for you here, I didn't clasp the sides together because I have a plan to make buckles and belts. That'll be in a future video. But overall, I'm happy with it. Right, that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. If you liked the video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If there's anything you think I can build or I should build, slap it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Good luck. Let's see. You can see it. What's the need? I'm gonna let the glue dry.